What's up, everyone? So just got done doing the battery relocation. Now we're going for the next order of business, is getting this scoop added. This isn't the Banks one, this is from a Volant kit. Why? If you watched my other recent video from when I went to the track up here in that link, you know my intake air temperatures were soaring. They're out of control. 140 plus, actually 150 at the beginning of the last run, and only dropped to 120. Didn't even get down to ambient. That's trash. We need to fix that. If you haven't watched the video, shame on you. Go watch it right now. Kidding. Maybe go watch it after this one if you're curious. So at any rate, we're gonna get this apart. I've already got the wheel off, inner fender loose, so we've got nice access to this cavity in here. But the Banks kit, I'm shocked all the ones from the diesel truck kits come with this super scoop, they say, that comes down and then it's got a flat scoop. But I don't know how much air it would get through here on this bumper. So the Volant one, regardless of what valence you have, this goes right here. I'm gonna lose the tow hook. Oh well, I'll still have one over there for pulling the truck onto the trailer or dragging stuff with the truck if I need to. But I'd rather have cooler IATs with this. So enough talking. I'm gonna go ahead. I've got my implements to remove that, and I'm gonna do that and get this test fit, see where it falls, and see what we need to modify to make it all work. All right, sit tight while we do that. Okay, so tow hook's out. Got that space freed up. Two 18mm bolts. This one's threaded into that, but you're gonna want the nut and this short bolt to reattach the scoop. Nut was on this originally, so that'll go into our pile of spare parts that we're ending up with here from the battery relocate. And now this, gonna get the scoop up in there and see how it fits and see what we need to do from there. Okay, got the scoop in here just with the bolt finger tight for now. Let's see how that works. And here's what we're working with in here. Route's nice in there, as it's been. And this is our connection problem. Not a big deal. I'm going to make a flat plate here with some flaps to tech screw to this lower box. I will weld a piece of exhaust tubing to the bottom of it with the hole punched in it, obviously. Put the rubber coupler on, that'll be that. And I gotta pull the lower box out anyways because it has a spot where it breathes through the inside of the fender, and I'm gonna block that off as well. We want all the air coming from down here and into the bottom of the box. So I will take you through that process, but just wanted to show you what we had going on here for now. And I'm gonna get some cardboard, make a pattern, and start working. Okay, air box is out, the upper piece and the lower. The lower is what we're dealing with right now. This is the side that feeds to the fender over there and picks up air. Under the recommendation, I'm going to be referencing this guy often, Chris, Frog's Garage. Check him out after this video. He said close this off, it worked well for him. So I got a piece of thin sheet aluminum from Home Depot yesterday. Use whatever store's local to you that you prefer, Home Depot, Lowe's, whatever. That was $11.47 plus tax. We're gonna make a pattern, cut it to size, and then double back tape it. Why? Again, I don't want anything permanent. If it doesn't quite work out for me, I can remove it very easily, and I'm not out a lot of money. So with that said, let me make a pattern, get it transferred onto that, and we'll go from there. Have that done at least. Then I'm going to need to make this for this piece here with a round deal welded to it for a coupler to hook to this tube right there. It's all going to be great, I promise. All right, hang in there with me. All right, so we're in the shop. I've cut this piece out. I laid the box on it and traced it. Then I added an inch all the way around. Why didn't I just measure the hole? and just add some and go from there? Here's why. This is going to help me line it up with the hole when I put it there. I may have to trim it some, I don't know. I see there's a little lip here. We'll see, but that's my idea for right now as to how I'm going to do it. We'll put the tape around the edge here and then slap it on. All right, let me go ahead and do that. It's hard to do one-handed. I don't think you want me to set you up on the tripod and watch me fumble around with it. So hang tight for a few seconds here. All right, so I ended up doing reverse of what I said. I was going to stick it to that piece of sheet aluminum originally. We stuck it to the box. I'll peel this tape off and smack that piece of aluminum down on it, and that'll be done. So the air box is under this wheel here because that tape, like my torque converter, isn't as advertised. I don't know if it's all because of the humidity or something. I cleaned the surface. I was having trouble getting it to stay stuck down and kind of mold everything. So we're going to leave it there with the weight of that wheel on it to kind of smush it down. And we'll come back to that. Hopefully it all holds up good and I don't have to silicone it on there or something. All right, on to the next. We're going to grab the air box. We're going to grab my piece of steel and we're going to make a pattern and get that worked out and get that rolling because it is hot and humid and rain's coming. So I would like to get some data logging done with that scoop hooked up with HP tuners and see what we're doing with it, how it is. All right, hang tight. Okay, got my piece of steel here. I'm going to trim that out. I'm going to leave this like inch and an eighth inch wing here each side, so I'm able to fold it and tech screw it to the bottom of that box. That's what it is. Nothing special. Obviously I didn't need a piece this big, but I'd forgotten the hole was this small. I thought it was going to be like 12 by 12, so doesn't matter. I always can use sheet metal around the shop. Same thing with what's left over, that aluminum, or I'll just recycle it. So either way. So we're going to get this cut out, fold our flaps. I probably will silicone the bottom of this to get it to seal once I get it tight, tech screwed to that box. And then we will see where the scoop's going to fall, trace that out. I'll take a piece of this, cut a strip about yay wide, roll it up, make my piece to weld to here, that the rubber coupler will go on between that and that plastic scoop onto the truck. All right, let me quit yapping away, get to work. It's not getting any cooler outside. All right, so I don't have a fancy sheet metal brake, so I just put it in this vise here, bend it about 90. Boy, what gorilla tighten this vise. Me. That's all you want. And let me, hopefully this is compressed this enough to keep that on there. Good enough for who it's for. But, and I messed up. So, there you go. What not to do. I am way off. So I'm going to try and salvage this piece and fix that. But you get the gist of what I was trying to do. I was trying to drop a wing on each side like that and have the flat across. So let me retake some measurements here, see if I can rebend this, resalvage it. If not, I'll cut a new one. It's not a big deal. I like to show my mistakes. I'm human too, and how you can avoid them. So let me do some measuring and figuring here, and we'll come back to it when I've got a solution. Alright, so I was able to salvage it. It ain't pretty, but once it's painted and under the truck, who cares? Had to persuade it with this little guy right here. So now I'm going to put a couple of screws here and here on each side to hold this still for me where I want it. And then we'll see where the scoop falls, trace that, hole saw it out, I will use some of this steel here to make a ring, set it flat, weld it up. That'll be our coupler. We'll clean it up and paint it so it doesn't rust, because this is just regular steel. And then we'll put it all back together, and fingers crossed it works as advertised. All right, on to that. All right, so after much cutting, grinding, welding, etc., there it is. It's on there, it's secure. I've sealed up the edges with a little bit of silicone sealant. I'm gonna go ahead and drop the box in and connect the hose, tighten up that scoop, etc., etc., and it's gonna be a done deal. And still no rain, so I'm gonna go ahead and relax a little bit, and then probably grab HP tuners and the laptop and get out there and start doing some data log and see what the IATs do. All right, let me get back to work. All right, so we're getting down to the wire here with almost getting everything all the way back together. Box is in. You can see it's gonna draw in from there, the scoop. Yep. And of course, there's what it enters in through the valance. I'll go ahead, put my air filter and lid back on and reconnect it here. And I can, inner fender panel, wheel back on, all the boring stuff. And then I will show it as a finished product. All right, so pretty much done other than shutting the hood. I don't think we're gonna data log. I'm already seeing some light raindrops and the sky is just getting real ugly. But like I said earlier, we got the battery relocate done, and we got this scoop, Volant scoop, hooked to the bank system to hopefully improve and get the IATs lower. That's it for now. See y'all next time. I've got other stuff planned, of course. Need to get the torque converter swapped. Will probably be the next big thing. 2 to 3 weeks from now is my ETA on that, and then third week of August there is another Sunday event. I want to go to that. I'm getting rained on, so I'm done. I'll see y'all next time. Thanks for watching.